And welcome to my new video, and I will be doing a 24-hour readathon. Don't get me wrong, I am planning to sleep. Like, I know people would stay up all night and use that time for reading as well when doing this type of video, but with me having just 2 days off and then I'm straight back to doing coursework and my placement at the nursery, there's no way that I can just not sleep. But I'm going to try and read the whole time during the day, try and limit my access to my phone, which is normally the thing that just takes up my whole day. Like TikTok, once I'm on that, I'm there for hours and I have no clue how much time has passed until it's too late. But I'm really excited to start this vlog because I am actually in the reading mood. Like, I cannot wait to start now that I have time to actually sit down and read something. So my 24-hour readathon is going to start at 8 tonight, and then we'll continue to read or try to read as much as I can till 8 o'clock tomorrow night. I'm hoping it goes to plan. I have 5 books on the TBR for this video, which is the Mindfuck series by St. Abbey, and I cannot wait to start. I'd heard of these books not too long ago, but then I was asking my cousin for book recommendations after I found out that they also read once they watched my reading vlog last week, and they introduced me, told me to read this series. I've heard of it, but I hadn't actually bought it. Turns out it's free on Kindle Unlimited, which just makes it even easier to access. But as I said, there's 5 books in the series, and the first one is called The Risk, 132 pages, which is really small. Apparently, going by the cousin who recommended it, they are small, but they are really good. I have done a little bit of research, not to spoil myself, but I have done research where it's a lot like the book I was reading last week, where the main character got revenge on the people who sexually assaulted her, which is the same type of story this time, but the main character has a love interest, which I'm pretty sure is the detective, like trying probably covering the case of the murders. I think that's how it's gonna go. I'm not too sure. I haven't done as much research on these books as I really should have getting into it, but going by what I've done so far and what I found out, I am really excited to start these. I was actually meant to start this week, but with coursework starting, and I was just too overwhelmed to pick up a book I haven't read all week. So I'm dying to get back into it once my Kindle is charged, because of course the second I was going to start this video, I found out my Kindle had been dead for God knows how long now. So now that I've told you all of my reading plans for this 24-hour readathon, I will update you all later once I start at 8 o'clock, which is in another 15 minutes. So I will see you when, hopefully, I should have either read the first book or should be a good way through, saying that it is a really small one. Sky! 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 The cat breaks everything. finally the next morning where this readathon can really start to take off. I am halfway through the second book, so almost 2 down out of 5. Honestly, I'm kind of proud of that, because with small books, because of how short they all are, you know the feeling you get whenever you finish a book and you're like, oh my god, yes, I finished it. Like, I'm so proud of myself, I read a book. But because it's happening so often with the short books, it's like you feel like you're reading so much, but you're not. And it's like a weird trick on your brain. I love that. But even though they're really short, a lot happens in each book that you really either don't expect or it just comes out of nowhere. But I love the book so far, where we have the 2 characters, Logan, who is the FBI agent, who has pretty much fell in love with one of the murderers of the case he's working on, but little does he know, he doesn't actually know that she is the one committing the murders yet. I'm looking forward to him finding out, because that is probably going to happen during this book. But because of how the relationship is, there has been so many close calls where she's almost been caught. Like, right after she's murdered someone, he'd call over to her house, which has happened a few times. And just how there was that one case where he found blood on her and she was able to pull it off by saying it was somebody else's, and there was like an accident. But it's just, there's so many close calls that are constantly keeping you on edge, like when is he going to try and figure it out. And it's really amazing, because not only do you have the plot where it's them two in a relationship and she's a murderer, but you also have another serial killer going around loose that Logan's also trying to figure out that as well. And that serial killer's hurting people such as Lana, the main character, and Logan, as well as the fact that Lana is going around hurting other people as well. It's just a lot of stuff happening for such a small book series, and I'm really into it so far. Like, I cannot wait to see what happens, and I hope that I get at least 4 read today, even if I don't finish all 5 of them during this 24 hours. But I gotta be hopeful. I'm gonna try. If I say right now that I'm not gonna be able to read all 5, I won't read all 5, so I'm going to try my best. I do have plans to go out with my brother today, but that doesn't mean I can't read. Like, I can still bring my Kindle along. I can still do this. So let's continue and hope I get a lot more reading done, because the plot is really interesting at the moment. So let's get into it. So I was just reading here, and the main male character, Logan, who is the love interest of the book, has literally just said something about somebody else, but little does he know that it's literally happening to him right now, which is kind of a little insane. It's often easier for someone to believe evil can't exist in someone they love than to admit they failed someone who should be more important. We see it too often, the blind eye effect. Little does he know that the one he is with is the murderer, who's literally killing all these men that they're looking for. But I don't know. I'm constantly thinking about if he finds out, which I think will probably be a main thing in the last book or so. But if he finds out, what his reaction's gonna be, what way he's going to see her after that. I'm really curious for what's going to happen when he finds out, because they have to let him find out. There's no way you can end it and him not figure out that she's the murderer in all these cases. It's just, I'm really curious and I can't stop thinking about it. I am now about to start the 3rd book in the series, called Scarlet Angel, and the other serial killer that was previously mentioned in this video has now got Lana, the main character. So it's very interesting what's happening in the book, because as I mentioned before, you have her being a serial killer, him trying to investigate her murder and this murder, and now the other murder he's trying to catch has just attacked the main character. It's just a lot happening, and she manages to end every book with like a major like cliffhanger. And I'm so glad all the books have been released, because if I had to wait, I wouldn't be able to do it. Like there's no way I could wait. I'm so glad all the books are out, because I couldn't do it. So now I am going to start the third one, and I hope I enjoy it as much as the other ones are. I'm so far preferring the second over the first. I rated the first book a 3.5 star, and I've rated the second one a 4 stars. So far it's getting better. Hopefully it keeps happening, because I'm loving it so far. We are now at the time where I only have an hour of a 24-hour readathon left. I have just finished the third book, as by going out with my family, it kind of paused my reading. I wasn't able to completely read straight like I have been with the first two. But now, with my last hour, I'm going to start the fourth book, and hopefully I might have read all 5 of them by tonight. I'm not entirely sure, depending on the length of the last two. But I'm going to try and stay hopeful, and hopefully I'll get them done. But I have an hour left of 24-hour readathon, and then I will see how much I've read so far during those 24 hours. But the last book, book 2, carried on with a very major interesting problem that the main character had, and it kind of started this third book off with like a massive bang, and I loved it. So I'm hoping that the fourth and fifth book will finally start to bring on the ending of the book, because it's only now that we've got near the end of the third book that we're starting to go into Lana, the main character's past, and pretty much how and what her murder plan is for getting revenge on the town that hurt her. And before, it was kind of going through that, and then with the other serial killer that was out. But now that that serial killer is now out of the story, and we're now focusing just completely on Lana, hopefully more things will start to happen. But it's really good so far. The second book is still staying my favorite with 4 stars, but the first and third I have rated a 3.5. It's really enjoyable. I wasn't expecting to like it this much, but I'm actually enjoying it. Yes, you may hear like 3 star and may think I don't like it, but for me, 3 stars is actually enjoyable. I know some people may rate it a 3 star and be like, didn't really like it, but whenever I rate a book a 3 star, that is when I like it. I'm enjoying it. So I'm hoping that the ending is going to live up to how much I'm enjoying it so far, because it is really, really interesting. So now that I've talked to you about the first 3, I am now ready to pick up my Kindle and read the 4th. Cannot wait to start, and I will update you later, probably whenever the 24 hours is up, but hopefully I will have made a good mark in book 4. The 24-hour readathon is now officially over, and I am going to go to bed soon. So I thought I would give you the rundown of just how today went, how the 24-hour readathon went, and let you know that I have read 425 pages. So actually, if you think about it, I've read like a whole good length book in one day. So overall, I'm proud of that. Like, I'm happy with that. It's a really good book. Obviously, I'm halfway through the 4th one now. I am going to continue reading, but I will vlog me continue reading in the next week's vlog that'll start tomorrow. And I will end this one today for the 24-hour readathon. So I'm happy with the progress I've made. The book is really interesting. The second I found out that it would be a detective slash FBI agent, and their love interest would be the murderer who he was investigating. I was like, say no more. I was hooked the second I figured out that that was part of the plot. But now that I'm on book 4, I'm really enjoying it. The plot never seems to like chill. Normally with these types of books, they have like a lot of action and they calm down for a bit, and then you have like a lot of action during the plot again. But with this book, it's just constantly happening. Like, good luck if you zone out during a page, because you will have no clue what is going on. But I love it because that helps me not want to have to put it down. So I've got to say that even though this is a very chill 24-hour readathon where I wasn't forcing myself to read the entire day, it was very successful. Like, if I continue to read at this pace next week, even though I have like all my classes and I have my placement, hopefully I will get my reading routine back, because now that I've started back at tech and I have my work placement, I read nothing during those days, and I wanted to, but I was too tired to like actually start a book because I wasn't reading one. So hopefully this 24-hour readathon will cure that, fingers crossed. Lastly, before I go, thank you to my cousin Jennifer for putting me on these books and for giving me so many more books to add to my list. Many are Colleen Hoover, which I've only read one book by her, and I'm looking forward to reading the next few as they are on the way. So book haul coming soon as well, because I had a bit of a book shopping spree, but we won't get into that at this video. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.